Hey folks, this is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back today with another moment for chronic wellness. And we are talking about how to manage brain fog. It just settles in the way that like a cloud can hang on the top of a mountain peak and just obscure the whole thing. And the winds will blow and the sun will come out, and there that cloud will still sit. And it feels very much the same way with brain fog in the midst of chronic illness, that I may be having a better than average health day, and yet I may be having a worse than average brain fog day, or my pain may be really ramped up and the fog may be so dense there's no way through it. I can hardly string a sentence together or produce a coherent thought. And so tools must be developed, routines and rhythms must be cultivated in order to figure out how to negotiate a life. And folks, I've had the better part of 10 years to come up with habits to manage my way around this. And I still have days every month where I lose my cool or get so blown away with frustration about what I can't remember or what isn't coming to me. Or I was writing the blog post about this topic and I had to stop and ask my wife what was the word for the things that fired in our brain because for the life of me it wasn't coming to me. And so this is an ongoing struggle even with the best tools and tips. So this is another electronic crutch, and it is using the voice recorder on my phone. And I find myself turning to that tool now that I've made it just an app on the home screen of my phone. Like when I had to scroll through or go search through my apps and look alphabetically for it, forget about it. But now that it's just bam, right there, and I can tap it easily and open and find it without any trouble, it's a great thing to go to in a pinch. And so if a friend tells me something I want to remember and, I'm out and about, I might just pick it up and say that note to myself. Or as somebody recently very helpfully pointed out to me on my YouTube channel, this is a great thing to use in your doctor's appointments. If you get permission, asking, can I record this for my use later on, instead of trying to feverishly take notes or capture what's being said, or even having the competent assistance of somebody else taking notes. I find that anybody else taking notes during a doctor's appointment, sometimes the things they think were important to write down wouldn't have necessarily been the same things I would have wanted captured. And so I go back later and not all the things are there that I would have wanted to be there. And so many of these illnesses are of ours, we become the experts in. And so I've had friends of mine who've gone to appointments with me who are just sort of at a loss, even trying to keep up with the conversations we're having about my illnesses, and therefore trying to take notes. So recording in order to capture your doctor's appointments, and then maybe go back later and write down the things you need to capture for your records or for your notes. When else do I use my voice recorder? Sometimes I'll use the voice recorder. I don't take my phone to bed, but I do have my iPod Touch. I know it's very old school, by my bed. And sometimes if I wake up and think of something, I might use that device to make a quick voice memo to myself for later. So another catchment system. And I find that my thoughts are often so muddled and are like candy floss, right? You know, like cotton candy, that my thoughts just dissolve so easily and quickly. It's like somebody's pouring water on them all the time. And so if I can get it out of my mouth, which is so much faster than any typing with my hands or my thumbs or writing it down ever will be, that capturing it that way is oftentimes a good way to go. So that's the next thought about ways to manage this brain fog of ours. How about you? Sound off, leave a comment, or surf over to my website, AnnetteLeonard.com, or meet me on Facebook and tell me what you're doing to manage your brain fog. In the meantime, I'm grateful for your time and attention. And until we see each other again, be well.